Hi, so I'm Jacob Sorensen, and my career that I'm going to be talking about is becoming a civil litigator. I'm interested in this because I'm kind of interested in like law and public speaking and politics, and kind of public reform, that kind of thing. And civil litigators basically are a lawyer that doesn't work in the criminal justice system. They work on reforming laws and different disputes between businesses or it all depends on what area of study you are. The area of study that I'm interested in is with education. I'm interested in working against changing education laws and stuff like that. Just because I've always been very passionate about reforming the education system in our country. So what these guys do basically is they help the defendants of cases or their clients in the investigation, pleadings, discovery, pretrial, trial, settlement, and appeal of all. So basically, they help them throughout everything with cases. Because of this, they have to do extensive research and they have long hours. So it's kind of a tough career in that regard, especially at first. Actually, you do a lot of the research when you're kind of new to the job and you're on the lower level. You have long nights of writing memos and doing all the research for the people above you that appear in court. You'll appear in court later when you're more experienced, but in the beginning you're mostly just doing research, which is still fun, but it's much less exciting than actually appearing in court. The reason I chose this career is because I don't necessarily like, it's not my main choice right now, just because I don't really know what I want to do, but it seemed really cool because like every case is its own thing. It's very diverse and exciting, and there's a lot of unique things about it. But anyways, that's enough about that. The required education for it is you got to receive a bachelor's degree, take the LSAT, which is like the equivalent of the MCAT for the medical degree, except for law. Graduate from law school, take the state bar exam, and earn your master's, the LLM, and in laws. So I'm planning on doing step 3 and step 5 at BYU, just because their law school has a pretty good reputation for producing good lawyers. So plan on going over there. And of course, right now I'm working on my psychology degree for the bachelor's degree. So my 4-year plan ties in really well into this because, I've scheduled all my extracurricular classes to kind of help me in the kind of emphases that I'm interested in. Like with education, I plan on taking a few education classes. I plan on taking some state and local law classes, public speaking, and government. I feel like each of those will help me, not just in law if I choose to go into something else, but in most other things that I'd be going into. And that's the same reason I chose organizational and industrial psychology, is I feel like it would help me in this plan. So the psychology degree and my 4-year plan tie really well into this kind of interest that I have. Oh, and here's a picture of me. I put that in just because it's required. But yeah, there's me. So I'm majoring in psychology because it gives me kind of a well-rounded view of myself and also the people I'm going to be working with in the future. I read that it's very good for translating into law and business, which are the two things I'm most interested in right now. And also public speaking. So it wasn't because it was an easy major or any of that. It was just because I feel like I would be able to gain, and I'm very passionate about the kind of psychology stuff that you learn. Like I've been passionate about that even since I was little. So yeah, I am interested in it because it's in relation to chapter 13. It's a good undergrad degree to go into grad school, like law or business, later. And I do want to figure myself out, and I do feel like it'll prepare me well for any job that I do. So that's why I chose it. And that's what I feel like the role of an undergrad is. It's not necessarily to be like too specific, but really just to have a general kind of, it just helps you for whatever future career you have. And I feel like psychology is good for that. I didn't choose it because it's an easy major, like I said before. And I don't want to become a professional psychologist or any of that, and I don't want to become an academic psychologist or a professional social worker or any of that. I plan on going into law, but I still feel like the psychology major is really good for me. So yeah, that's all I have for this presentation. I hope you enjoyed it, and so yeah.